We should be scared of the new Godzilla X Kong villain. Why? I don't know. I'm not scared of anything, but Goji Center, he said we should be scared, and let's watch why.
This episode, we'll take an even closer look at this new Ape Titan and reveal that this guy is not here to play any games.
No,
This
he's here
animal
to
will
play
be a lot
hide
more
and seek.
terrifying than you think by the time you reach the end of this episode. To achieve
Oh, wait, is that
we will
his
cover
handprint?
than you
Look.
think by the time you
Maybe
reach
that's
the end
his
of
hand.
this episode. To achieve
Ooh.
that, we will cover 3 aspects of this Titan which might help us understand this guy even better. We'll cover experience, physical attributes, and mental abilities, and a special surprise segment in the end.
Ooh.
So without
Oh,
further
his
ado, let's
powers,
get right
his
into the
nuclear
analysis
powers, right?
Platform. Also, don't forget that the content in this episode is pure speculation, based on what we have seen in the title reveal trailer and what we already know as fact in the Monsterverse. Having said
Okay.
this, let's begin with number 1, experience.
This guy's
Experience is a
old.
result of constant exposure to a certain force or repetitive situation that in turn helps you prepare better for the
I wonder
next
how
noteworthy
big he is,
occurrence.
because like he
This
has to be
comes
big,
with
right?
time.
Or is he like the
Nothing
same
gets
size
a
as
bunch of
Kong?
XP out of nowhere. Now, by looking at this kaiju's
Whoa.
physique and taking a look at the vast array of
Yeah,
skills
he has a
in this
lot of
clip,
experience.
we can deduce that yes, this kaiju has lived a long time. And 2, there might be something special about this guy. It's likely that this thing is a skilled predator, or you can also use the word hunter. This
Ooh.
word now completely sheds new light on this Titan. For those of you who consider yourselves hunters, you are now going to like this thing a lot more. Successful predators
I'm a
and
hunter,
hunters
right,
all
guys?
have one thing
I don't
in
know.
common: knowledge. This takes form in many things, such as
Knowledge.
1, being able to track prey by identifying game trails, scat, traces of blood, disrupted terrain, heightened senses of smell, etc. 2, knowing how to identify the weak points of said prey, such as the neck, heart, or lungs. And more importantly, number 3, being able to develop a vast array of hunting tools and weapons. But
Whoa,
we'll
this
go
guy's
ahead
gonna
and add
like
a fourth
pull out the
one.
crafting
A
table and
smart
start
and
crafting
experienced
weapons?
Titan
What?
like this will most likely understand that spreading its bandwidth by using traps would be much more useful.
Ooh.
Placing these
How
carefully
big is
in
Hollow
strategic
Earth?
locations where Titans would wander by, ensnaring or trapping them where he
This
can
guy's gonna
quickly
make
come and kill
traps?
the trapped kaiju.
Yo, this is
That, or
this guy
potentially
thinks
go a
he's
step
dream.
further
This is no
and cap it
Minecraft
off by
speedrun, man.
taking
What are
his
you
own
doing?
Smaller creatures to aid him during hunting.
Oh.
That, or forming some
Oh,
sort
maybe
of
he has
symbiosis
puppets.
between itself and said creatures. We've mentioned this word in the channel before. It's where 2 creatures of different species form a bond that is in most cases
My God, I miss
beneficial to
Mothra.
both. The Monsterverse is no stranger to this concept, so we shouldn't be surprised if we see this again in this film. So now that we understand that experience is something that potentially made this guy a good hunter, let's now cover some of its speculative physical abilities. In this video, we will entertain the idea that this animal can in fact be described as an avid hunter, and go as far as theorizing that this animal is very much fond of this activity. Or else,
Ooh.
why would he continue to do this many times?
Maybe he just
We
likes
did
it.
discuss that this animal
Or
is
maybe he's
deceivingly
hungry.
strong in a previous episode. But to recap, we mentioned that lanky ape builds don't necessarily mean weak physique. These
Yeah,
fast,
but against
twitch muscles allow
Godzilla,
this
that's
creature to
weak.
inflict
Come on, bro.
heavy impacts. But today we'll delve further and talk about the insane amounts of reach this animal has, especially when we compare him to Kong. By looking at these arms, we can already tell that this creature will have an edge
this
when it
guy's
comes to
big.
delivering blows to many
Look at him,
opponents.
but he's so
Longer arms
skinny.
means you can reach the opponent before he hits you. But Orangutan here can take this even
Orangutan,
further,
hey, let's go.
literally. Let us remind you that this guy is most likely capable of crafting its own hunting weapons, and a weapon frequently used by hunters that
Ooh.
excels in both close and long-range combat are
Imagine he
spears.
pulls out a
Yeah,
gun.
dude, even
Nah,
chimpanzees
if he
use
pulls
these
out
in
a
real
gun-
life. Spears can be used to keep the prey at bay, stab at a distance while keeping the wielder far away, and can be thrown with pretty good accuracy. We discussed
Ooh.
how this guy most likely has the knowledge of the weak spots of many kaiju. Maybe
What's the weak
including
spot of
Kongs and
Godzilla? What?
Godzillas. Knowing exactly where to strike.
Now, I don't have
Just
weak
with spears,
points. I'm
but
sorry.
with
Like,
other
I don't
weapons
have.
it might possess, both crafted weapons and powers it may have within its own body. In a previous episode, we discussed that this new kaiju probably has attributes that are not found in this Kong, because
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Our Kong is kind of weak. Like, he's just a monkey, but this one, He might have like insane powers, which I can't wait to see.
This guy's eyes glow blue, suggesting that Hollow Earth energy is also a factor here. It's possible that over time this creature learns to use this energy and voluntarily redirect it through its skeletal frame to any extremity, such as its fists and legs. Electric shocks have proven to, in some cases, immobilize a victim, which would be a very handy ability to have while hunting another kaiju.
Oh
These
my god.
attributes are good to have, but in order to beat Godzilla and Kong in a 1v2 combat, we are going to need something more special. Mind games.
Mind games?
That's right. No Titan can just pull up to Kong and Godzilla with a bunch of spears and hollow earth energy and expect to win. There's something that this
But how is he gonna play a mind game on me, bro?
The balance
What?
of power. Apes have always been known to be incredibly smart, and some go as far as being able to effectively communicate with other species. We saw this happen in GVK when Kong was actually communicating with Gia. So, can this ape do the same thing or better? There have been some videos circling around claiming that Orangakong actually said something in the beginning of the trailer.
Hunger, yeah, I know
now,
that.
We're still on the fence on this, given that it's kind of unrealistic to think that this Kong can actually speak English.
Imagine if he
What we know
can.
for certain is that this monster would have certainly learned to communicate with or even mimic other Titans, and especially with Kongs. That's right, even if Orangakong is able to get some points across to Godzilla, this thing will most definitely be able to communicate with Kong on a deep level. It would have been the first time he actually speaks to a member of his own kind, or close to. If this is true, then we can safely assume that this guy will begin to play mind games with him. Having said this, we are potentially seeing the first case of trash talking in the Monsterverse. This can also go as far as this guy learning about Kong's emotional
These guys are gonna be trash talking at each other.
Emotional weakness? Well, upon meeting him, this guy would most likely figure out that he has lived alone his entire life and has only a few things that he really cares about.
The girl, right?
Like Gia, for example. You psychos watching this know where this is going.
No.
A crazy Titan like this, who enjoys the vile act of hunting and killing, will most definitely use this against Kong.
No, this guy, if he does that, this guy will be the biggest.
Another tragedy. Because the moment where this guy realizes that this girl holds a special place in Kong, he will do everything in his power to hurt this child. And in doing so, anger Kong so much that he'll probably be driven into making rash, uncalculated decisions in combat, which is exactly what this guy would want. This isn't the first time we have seen this dynamic play out. Back in Kong Skull Island, it was this skull crawler, Ramarak, who literally tried to do the same thing. But what about Godzilla? Well, this guy isn't getting away from the mind games either.
How?
Now,
What is he gonna do?
Pissing Godzilla off
Nobody can make me angry.
Task, given that in the previous film, Godzilla literally took this personally and proceeded to go apeshit. If this thing is indeed the we think it is,
but that made me stronger.
It's not too far-fetched to think this guy keeps trophies as well. Probably even his fair share of Godzilla body parts. If this guy ever decides to pull up with bones of Godzilla's fallen ancestors, or worse, even wearing the skins of these fallen ancestors,
my god,
this will become more than enough to inflict the desired raging effect on Godzilla.
Yeah, but that will make me
This
stronger.
scenario has become even more intense. But is this really all this new kaiju's doing? Is this thing actually this malevolent to come up with all of this on its own? This blue glow also suggests that there might be something going on in the background. It's also possible that this ape titan is being controlled.
No, okay. I don't think he's being controlled by. Who is he being controlled by? Destroyer? Nah, I don't know. I don't think he's being controlled, to be honest.
Discuss this theory in depth. But for now, we'll move on to the last segment. How can this guy be defeated? Another reminder that literally all of this is speculation. But we need to explore two scenarios if we are going to answer this question. One is assuming that this creature is in fact controlled by another greater threat, which means that if this monster is ever to be liberated from this control, the greater threat has to also be defeated in conjunction.
I don't think he's controlled. I don't think.
The answer is number two. both Godzilla and Kong somehow figure out that they can in fact be more powerful. More specifically, Kong.
How?
Now, it's not too far-fetched to believe that Kong can still harness the power
Imagine
of the Hollow
Kong.
Earth.
Yeah, I was about to
After
say
all, we
Kong
do have a
harnesses
clue
the
that
Hollow
hints at
Earth
Kong
power.
also being able to transmit energy. If we go back to GVK in this clip, look closely. We can find that this axe handle glows when Kong raises it, indicating that there was in
Ooh.
fact some energy transmission between this kaiju and
Oh,
the
I just
axe.
realized that.
If Kong ever learns this, then we are looking at possibly having a more powerful iteration of Kong in the
I'll
next
still beat Kong.
MonsterVerse film. Perhaps even powerful enough to level the playing field with this giant ape all by himself, allowing Godzilla to focus on any other threat that may appear later. Go check out a more in-depth...
Bro, I'm so excited for the new film. I can't wait for it to come out. But anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, hit that subscribe button. And with that being said, guys, peace.